Hey guys, it's Tyler again with Titan Media. Got another awesome video today that I'm really excited about. It's how to get more traffic with SEO. Now, I've been doing SEO for over 10 years now, probably about 12 years to be exact. And I've had a lot of experience with it. I would say that I'm very, very advanced in SEO, and I kind of just wanted to share my knowledge with you guys about it and share some ways that you can get more traffic to your website with SEO. So first of all, what is SEO? Well, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and basically it's the act of coding your website and doing things off the page of your website to gain more traffic and increase your rank in the search engines. Now, there's two main parts of SEO. There is on-page SEO and off-page SEO. So on-page SEO would be all the SEO on your pages of your website that you would do. So this would be, making sure that everything is coded right and having all the elements that you need to let Google and other search engines know what your site's about and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to get pretty in depth with on-page SEO in a bit. The other is off-page SEO. Now that's all the stuff that you do off the page of your website to increase your SEO. So this would be like building backlinks, doing guest blogging, social, stuff like that. And we'll go over that as well. And at the end, I'm going to go over local SEO and how you can get more traffic to your website with local searches. So if someone's searching for, New York cleaning company, I can show you how to get your cleaning company business to show up higher for those types of geographical search terms. So the first thing we're going to talk about is on-page SEO. So like I said, this is the stuff that you can do on your website to increase your chances of ranking better in Google. So there's a number of different factors that you can do. We're going to go over some of the main ones. If we got really in depth, this would be a really long video. I might add some more videos later as far as getting really specific with on-page SEO and off-page SEO, etc. But in this one, I kind of just wanted a general overview of SEO and how you can quickly do some things to get more traffic on your site. So the first thing that is really important with on-page SEO is your meta tags. So there are a few different meta tags that are really important that you should be using on all your pages. So the meta title tag is probably the most important. This is what the link will show in Google when you search for a website. It will also be the title in the browser tab of the web page. So this tells the search engines what the page is about and what you can expect on this page. So I'm not going to get super in depth on writing the best meta titles, but it should include all the main keywords of the page, and it should also include your brand or your website name as well. And this is good for branding searches. If someone's searching for your website in particular, or maybe like a particular blog post on your website, they'll search for your company name plus the keywords, and this will help you rank for those terms better as well. Now the next meta is the description. Now the meta description is a longer description of the page that Google oftentimes uses in the description on their search engine pages. So you'll see the title as the link when you search for something, and then that sentence text that you see, usually about one or two sentences, is usually the description, the meta description. So you can see how having these two things on your site are really important for getting more people to click on your listing when they search for it in Google. So these are the two most important meta tags that I would use. There used to be meta keywords, and it's still available and you can still use it, but most search engines don't use this anymore because people just put in a bunch of spam keywords and they put in a million keywords that don't exactly tell you what the page is about. So Google and all the other search engines pretty much stopped using meta keywords as a ranking factor. So you don't really need to worry about this anymore. Now the next part is your headings. So the heading tags are HTML tags. I'm sure you've seen them before. There's H1, H2, H3, H4, and this goes all the way on. I mean, really, you can go all the way to, you know, as many as you want to go, but you shouldn't need to go past, I would say, H5 or H6. So these are pretty much sections of a web page that you would separate them out into, and each of these heading tags would tell Google a little bit more about what the page or section or you know, etc. is about. So the way these work is the H1 tag is the most important tag on the page. This is the main keyword of the main, you know, description of the page and what it's about. And then H2, so there can only be one H1, and this will be just the main, what the page is about. And there can be multiple H2s, and these would be like, you know, each section of the page. And then H3 would be each, you know, section of the section. So I like to think of the heading tags kind of as a book. So if you're writing a book, you know, your H1 would be each chapter title, and then your H2 would be, you know, each main section in that chapter, and so on and so forth until you know, get as descriptive as possible. So these really tell Google, you know, what each page is about, and having these in each page is super important for getting more traffic to your website with SEO. So the next thing I'm going to talk about as far as on-page SEO is alt tags. Now these have to do with images, and it's a tag that you put on your images in your HTML code to tell Google and other search engines what the image is about. So Google's crawlers and all the other search engines crawlers, they can't see the image. They render text and code and stuff like that. So when you show them this image, they can't really see it. You know, it's just code. So having an alt tag in your images tells, you know, the search engine what this image is. So these alt tags on your images should explain what the image is in keywords, and it should also match some of these keywords that you've put on the page throughout, you know, the meta title, description, H1s, etc. So this will tell Google, you know, this is a picture of a cat, or this is a picture of a dog, or whatever. And having this alt tag on all your images can strongly increase getting more traffic from Google Images as well as Google itself. So make sure that you do all these three things as far as the on-page SEO of your website, and I think you'll see a really strong increase in traffic just from doing these simple on-page SEO things. So next is the off-page SEO. So as I said before, this is anything that you do off the page of your website, and you have to do both of these to see, you know, a good amount of traffic. Google will look at the code of the website itself, plus, you know, its identity online and how many people link to it, etc., etc. So the more people that link to your website and your pages, the higher chance there are that you're going to rank good for those pages and those keywords. So the first thing with off-page SEO is link building. So I like to think of the internet as a web. That's why they call it the web. If you think of all the points on a web, I know this is a really bad web, but if you think of all the points on the web and all of these things linked to everything that links to the middle, so this would be the most important site inside of here, and probably I would say that's Google or Facebook. So the most sites around the web are linking to Google, so this is going to be the highest ranked. So you want the most amount of people linking to your site to be the highest ranked. So building links to your website is super important. Now, a lot of people debate about whether buying links is bad or good. I always say if it's natural and it looks natural, then, you know, it's fine. If you're, you know, buying guest posts or stuff like that, that's totally fine. They say that buying links is bad, but it's not. It's, you know, a normal way to go about business and building links to your site. Now, there's a few things that you want to stay away from as far as link building. You like forum links and spam comments and stuff like that, those don't work anymore. So you really want to build high quality links to your website, and they should be similar niche websites. If you have a website about soccer, well, you shouldn't be linking from gaming sites and stuff like that. You should always stay in the same and try to get links to soccer sites from link from soccer sites. And a good way to do that is guest posting. So this is kind of like a trade with other website owners. So you can reach out to, let's go with the example we were talking about with soccer. So let's say you have a soccer website. Now you should be posting on other soccer websites 70% and yours the rest. So posting on other websites, on other soccer websites, and putting a link back to your site in those guest posts will, this is the best way these days to build high quality backlinks to your site. So how we do this is we'll look at some really popular soccer websites that have blogs, and we'll contact them and we'll pitch them an idea for a blog post. So we'll say, hey, soccer.com, we have this awesome post that we made about 10 techniques to use in your soccer game to help you score more goals or whatever. And we'll send that out to a bunch of soccer websites, and maybe like 20% of them will respond. Now if you send it out to 100 sites, that's 20 websites that you could get a backlink from, which would just blow your site up big time, especially if they're high quality links. So once they respond to you and say, yeah, we'd love to see that article and we'd love to put it on our site, well, then you can write the article, make sure that you put some organic backlinks in there to your website. Usually you only want to do 1 or 2. Most sites will have guidelines on guest posting, and they'll say you can only put 1 or 2 links or whatever. They'll also tell you that it needs to be a certain amount of words, etc. So make sure that you follow those guidelines on the site, and it's a great way to get more backlinks. So next, we're going to talk about local SEO. I'm running out of room here. So a lot of people these days are interested in local SEO. This is great for businesses that get a lot of local clients, and it's a great way to get more local clients and kind of build your business locally online. So the first, most important thing with local SEO is adding your business to Google Business. It's actually Google My Business. So just Google My Business, and it'll be the first one that comes up. And you'll have to add, your site and your address and all that kind of stuff. So make sure that you have a real address that you can add to Google My Business, because they'll ship you a postcard that will have a secret code on it, and you'll have to log into Google My Business and confirm that code so you can prove to them that your business is where it's at and it's an actual place of business, etc. So once you have that approved, you can really start getting some great local traffic by doing some things. So first, you want to add NAP citations. Sometimes they're NAPW citations. So NAP or NAPW stands for name, address, phone, website. So adding these citations to directories and local directories will help tell Google, like, you're an authoritative business and you're in all of these local directories that all say your address on it, and they point back to your website. So Google can connect your website with this address, and the more citations you have, the higher that you're going to rank for your local terms. So let's say that we are a auto shop in let's say Austin, Texas. So we would go around and we would search Yellow Pages, Brown Book. There's a ton of internet Yellow Pages that you can add your business to. So you want to add that to as many places as possible. And it's even better to add it to local directories like AustinDirectory.com or whatever the the local directories for business are in Austin. If you just Google those terms, you'll find hundreds of places that you can add your site to. So you want to add these details to all those sites. And now the most important thing about local SEO and adding NAP citations is making sure that it's consistent. So what I do is I will copy and paste the address exactly how I want it in a document, let's say Notepad, and just use that and copy and paste all of the NAPW, or all the Internet Yellow Page sites. This way, all of your address, your phone number, your website, everything is exactly the same all throughout the web. So this can cause big errors if you don't make it really consistent. So if you put, that your address is 1234 Awesome Street on one, and then on another site it says 124 Awesome Street, Google's going to get confused on which location to use, and they will, put you lower in the list when people are searching in Google Maps or searching locally. So you want to make sure that every citation is exactly the same. Now the last thing you can do for local SEO that I'm going to talk about today is schemas. So these are a new thing pretty much, and it's pretty much just code, little snippets of code that you put in your site to tell Google, what your business is and the location, etc. So you can just search in Google and search for local business schema, and there's plenty of sites where you can enter in your business information and it will spit out the code for you. And then all you do is paste that code on your site, and that will match up your site with the Google My Business, and it can tell Google a little bit more about what your site is, what it does, and it's possible that you can be featured in the rich snippet section when someone searches for your business. So these are just a few things that you can do as far as SEO to increase your traffic to your website. Be sure to follow me if you want to see more videos on SEO and more videos on how to grow and start a business online. Thanks.